Turn it up. Yeah. Call all the deacons up. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Ask if we linking up. What time no sleeping time? 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 Call up the deacons, bro. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. Ask if we linking up. What time no sleeping time? What time no sleeping time? Wake up the sleeping tribe. Wake up the sleeping tribe. Call up the deacons, bro. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. No. What time no sleeping time? 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 Call all the deacons up. Call them up now. Ask if we linking up. What we linking up? What time no sleeping time? In a minute now. Wake up the sleeping tribes.
I said I had to call him up. I made the phone call a Deke like, what's up, is you ready for war? He replied, being ready for war, being ready for a battle with swords. And I respect him cause he fought many wars. I humble down to what the scriptures say and give doubles to the elders that been leading the way. I know it's hard in this walking, they've been walking for years. So when I'm weak in the flesh, they voice attend to my ears. A young man trying to soak the wisdom, gain the knowledge, apply the scriptures. Wrong decisions leave me senseless. Dear Lord, would you give me a chance? We all looking for the code to the gate. We all looking how to...
Go back to Acts chapter 3 and 19. Man, it's time for y'all to wake up. It's time for the black man to wake up in America. Don't y'all know nuclear destruction is coming to America? Don't y'all give me Deuteronomy 7 and verse 3. We are here to call out the sin that we see. And God is now with interracial marriage. You see a group of black men falling in behind the black woman like, the white woman like she God or something. Read that. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. This is out the Holy Bible. Read. Neither shall they make marriages unto them. God said that we're not supposed to make marriages with the other nations. Read. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son. It said our daughters we're not supposed to give to the white man's son. Right. Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. And we're not supposed to be marrying a white woman. Right. Why the black man can't love the black woman and treat her like a princess? Right. But you get a white woman and treat her like a princess. Hey, y'all come over here for a second. Y'all need to say to hell with Beale Street. Y'all need to say to hell with Reveling. With Hurdle. A lot of y'all gonna catch AIDS tonight. A lot of y'all gonna catch herpes. Right. A lot of y'all gonna get gonorrhea. Right. A lot of y'all gonna get chlamydia. Yeah, it's funny until you sitting in the health department. Right. Until you're on the front row. After you don't pass it around 10 times, knew you were dripping, but guess what? You didn't even go see about it. Except they don't pass it around. Read that again, bro. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Hey, bro, let me ask you a question. You love God, bro? If you love God, give me 5 minutes of your time, brother. I'm going to show you more in 5 minutes than the Christian church ever showed you. You don't believe that, do you? You don't want to know it, though. You don't want to know it. You're trying to chase him ass. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 61. Bring it out. Because our people do not want to hear God. God got hey, he got something for you. Read. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 61. This is what God said for all the black folks and Hispanic and Native American folks that don't want to hear the Bible but want to chase them ass. Read. Also, every sickness. He said every what? Every sickness. He said every sickness. He talking about HIV, sister. He talking about your coochie burning. He talking about you with chlamydia. He talking about what you dripping. You want to be in order. You gonna have that blue waffle, blue muffin, whatever it's called. You gonna have that if you don't stop and listen to God. It's a curse. Listen. And every plague. It said every sickness and every plague. HIV is a plague. You can't get rid of it. Herpes is a plague. Syphilis is a plague. Read. Which is not written in the book of this law. Because that ain't written in the book of, in the Bible. And that's what you gonna get. Read. Them will the Lord bring upon thee. That's what God gonna bring upon you for being disobedient. It's time for us to wake up, bro. It's time for us to come back to our true nationality. If y'all got a question, y'all come down here. If you got a question, come ask us. We are here to answer all questions concerning you, your life, and the Holy Bible. Right. A lot of y'all finna wake up in the morning and go celebrate Mother's Day. Mother's Day is not in the Bible. Right. Give me Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. How y'all doing? Did y'all know that y'all was Israelites? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Bible. And God commanded you to live a certain way according to the Bible. What's your nationality? No, I didn't say your religion. What's your nationality, sister? You're Hispanic. I want you to look on this sign right here. You see yourself on this sign? This ain't no black thing we doing. I want you to get that. Don't get that twisted. We out here for the children of Israel.
That's right.
All right, you look on this sign right here. On this sign, do you know that y'all was brought captive? You know y'all was taken captive? Did you know that? Did you know that y'all was slaves just like the black people were slaves?
Bring it out.
How did the conquistadors conquered you? What's your last name? Rivera. Don't you know that's a white man's last name? Did you know that? It's a Spaniard's last name. All right? So, you look on this sign, you are a so-called Mexican? Mexican? Honduran. Check this out. What Honduran at? That's the tribe of what? Zebulon. You from the tribe of from Guatemala to Panama. Alright? You from Zebulon, sister. Did you ever heard of that? You know what the white man called you though? He called you Honduran. That's not nowhere in the Bible. So you got to understand that you are God's chosen people. And this is what God said. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. I'm finna show you how you know. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Y'all speak English? Y'all speak English? Y'all understand what I'm saying? This is what God said about you, little sister. Listen.
For thou art an holy people.
God said that each and last one of y'all are holy.
Right.
Alright? Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
To the Lord our God. The God in the Bible is not the God of everyone else.
Right. Right.
He's only the God to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. Did you know that?
Prove that.
Alright? We're going to prove it. Let me show you what he said about you first and show you how special you are. Read.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee.
God chose us. He didn't choose everybody else. Read.
To be a special people.
He chose us to be special to him. Read.
Unto himself. Above all.
He said what?
Above all people.
See, God chose a certain group of people to be above all people. And guess who that people is? Us. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans.
Right.
But guess what? We didn't want to do what God say do. He made us below all people. There's no coincidence that the black man, Hispanic man is the first fired and the last higher. Alright? I'm going to show it to you in the Holy Bible. Read.
Above all people.
He chose us to be above all people. Read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Upon the face of the earth. Now give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Let me show you what happened to show you that we are these people. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
What Moses told the children of Israel through Bible prophecy, we know we these people. You are not Honduran, okay? That word is nowhere in the Bible. All right, read.
But it shall come to pass.
It said, but it shall come to pass, meaning this is going to happen to our ancestors, y'all, to your foremothers, your grandmothers, all right? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
God said, look, if y'all don't listen to me, hold on, brother.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
If we don't want to do God's commandments, you know God gave us commandments. He told us what to eat, what not to eat. He told us how to dress, how not to dress. He told us who to marry, who not to marry. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
He said, if you don't want to do what I say do, read.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
He said, all these curses. Do you know what curses are? What are curses?
It's when, it says, you put somebody to bad things.
Yeah, bad things was going to happen to you. Read.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said all these curses will go come upon you and overtake you. Alright? So let's read some of the curses that God said that was going to overcome you and overtake you. Give me verse 46. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 6.
Verse 46. We're finna read the curses, how we know we these people. Read.
And they shall be upon thee.
He said, and they, talking about these curses gonna be upon us. Read.
For a sign.
For a sign. This is how we know that you are from the tribe of Zebulon. We from the tribe of Judah. Read.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
It said upon their seeds forever. What are seeds? Talking about the children. Alright, read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
It said because we didn't want to serve God with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Read.
For the abundance of all things.
We didn't want to go to God for the abundance of all things. We want to go to Mother Mary and stuff like that. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
It said we was going to go serve who?
Thine enemies.
So God saying we're going to go have to serve who, sister? Our who? Our enemies. Now watch who God say our enemies are. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
He sent the enemies against you to conquer you and take you back to Spain. We the same people. Well, guess what? The white man conquered, the English conquered us, okay? And that's why we speak in English. The white man, the Spaniards conquered you, all right? Cortez, Hernandez, all of those conquistadors conquered y'all and taught y'all Spanish. But at one point in time, we were speaking the same language. We were speaking Hebrew, okay? But we got conquered, sister. And now you think you're Spaniard, and a lot of our people think they're Americans, all right? Read.
In hunger.
Now we got to go serve our enemies in hunger. So if you get hungry, you got to go to your enemies, sister. McDonald's, you got to go to your enemies. You want Pizza Hut, you want groceries, you got to go to Walmart. Who own those? Who own Walmart? You don't know? People. What people? Sam Washington. What color is he? He white. All right. So go back to the top of that. Understand this.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
Now you got to go serve your enemies. What?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
If you get hungry, you got to go to your enemies. Read.
And in thirst.
If you get thirsty, you got to go to your enemies. Okay? You want a Sprite, Coca-Cola, you want water to come out your faucet? Guess what? You got to go to your who? Your enemies. Read.
And in nakedness.
And nakedness. You want clothing, you got to go to your enemies. What kind of clothing y'all wear? You wear polo? You ever heard polo? Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren, Levi's, Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, Nike, Gucci, Duckheads, all that. You know what I'm saying? You got, those are your enemies that own that. Just like it's our enemies, okay? But it ain't the enemies. Read.
And the wants of all things.
It said now you got to go to your enemies for the want of all things. To get citizenship in America, who you go to? Who did you have to go to get citizenship from? Huh? You had to go to the white man. Let me show you one more thing before you leave, all right? Let me ask you this. Who is this right here? This who? That is not Jesus. That's what we want to tell you. You see this? Who is that? Who they say that is? Who they say that is? They say they tell us that's Jesus, all right? We've been reading the Bible what Jesus looked like, okay? We got here to cast down that imagination out of your head. That is not Jesus, all right? What animal you think got a woolly hair? A polar bear? No. Huh? A sheep got woolly hair. You know what it means to have woolly hair? You see the hair on my head? Hair on his head? Hair on his head? Hair on his head? Alright? It says he had hair like what?
Like wool.
It said his hair was like wool. Once upon a time, your ancestors' hair was just like ours. But the white man conquered you and raped you for years and years and years and years and messed up the blood, your bloodstream, your DNA. So now your hair is stringy like his. Because he raped and robbed y'all for so many years. It changed almost the complexion of your skin. I know in Honduras you see people dark as I am, right? And they're your own people. Read.
As white as snow.
His hair was white as snow. You see this picture right here? His hair was like wool and it was white as snow. Do we got hair like wool and it's white as snow? No. So that ain't Jesus, is it? Watch this.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
It said his eyes was a flame of fire. What color is fire? Red. Is his eyes red? Alright, is his eyes red? So we just reading. We're not saying it's Jesus now. Don't get it twisted. This is not Jesus. This is just a better biblical description on what they gave us after slavery. They conquered y'all in the 1400s, 1492. Alright? Christopher Columbus, America Vespucci, all of them, they was map makers and stuff like that. And they was Italian navigators. And they was conquering lands, all right? And they conquered us and told us that was Jesus. But we reading in the Bible, that ain't Jesus. Read.
Right. And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet was like unto fine brass. Like I'm looking down, this is the baby feet right here. If I look at her feet, it's going to be the same color as her what? Yeah, her skin, her face. So his feet was like what?
Like unto fine brass.
His feet was like unto fine brass. What color is brass? Brass. B, not G. B-R-A-S-S. R-A-S-S. What color is brass? Like a trumpet. What color is a trumpet? It's golden, brown. It's just like you. Alright? His feet was brass. His feet was not red. It was not pale. Jesus Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
Alright? His feet was brown. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
It says as if they burned in a furnace. So you throw anything in the fire, what color does it come out? Black. So Jesus Christ is the black man, young sister.
Right.
He's not a white man. With this white man came a different doctrine. Alright? That's why they taught you they was God. They even conquered us in the 1619 and told us they was God. And everything white is right. And everything brown and everything black is evil. That's what they told us. That's what they taught us. That's why the Hispanic man loved to kill one another. That's why the black man loved to kill one another. Because of this image right here. It's a psychological effect that plays in our mind when we see that white picture of Jesus. So when we see the white man, we think he who? Jesus. But when we see our Hispanic brothers, we want to bust their heads.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.